Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining me again. I did a video a couple days ago, War in Israel, Rapture 2023, 2040. I just want to do a little follow-up to it real quick. In that video, I talked about two scenarios. One, first of all, in the calendar is not off as bad as it is, but the Jewish calendar, it's off. It can be off. It's maybe off, maybe not, depending on the year. Everything you need to know is in scripture. You don't need to go up into the stars and look at that. You don't need to look at what some other nation did or said. You don't have to go into the book of Enoch. It's all in scripture. It's real simple. You set the first month on the religious calendar. Nisan used to be called Aviv. And if the barley is Aviv, you will start that month. If you don't understand what I just said, I just did a video about what it means to have the barley be Aviv. And then you count to 7, to the 7th month. That's when Rosh Hashanah is. Rosh Hashanah is the only day the rapture can occur on. If you believe that the rapture can happen on any day, ask yourself, could Messiah be crucified on any day? No, he had to be crucified on Passover at 3 p.m. or the third, or what would that be? The 9th hour. They don't really do PMs and AMs and back in that day. Anyhow, I'm not here to discuss that. Just if you don't get that no man knows the day or the hour is a allusion to Rosh Hashanah and to the wedding feast, and that the wedding of Messiah is on Rosh Hashanah. If you don't get that, you don't understand scripture, and that's just you don't understand prophecy, and that's just a basic building block for understanding. Let me move on. In that video, Rapture, Israel at War, Rapture 2023, 2040. See, I believe Rosh Hashanah is done and gone with for this year. I read the barley harvest reports. There is a group on Facebook, they're in Israel, and for 25 years, roughly, I'm not sure positively, they've been examining the barley to see if it's Aviv. They put out reports. They do not pronounce the barley Aviv, or not only priests could do that, and guess what? Today, priests aren't doing that. I read those reports. I think the barley was fine. I believe Rosh Hashanah is dead and gone for this year. I hope I'm wrong. I'm ready to go home. I hope I am wrong. Believe me. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I do. I'm a guy. You know how that is. I don't like being wrong. I try to make sure I got things right to start with. This is one case. I will rejoice if I'm wrong. But then when I saw the war in Israel, it made me think Psalm 83. I believe Psalm 83 has to happen right after Rapture or just after it. And if that comes to fruition, we might be going home in the next couple of days. Now, Rosh Hashanah, by the way, I did get questions about this. The website that I use, it's actually a Facebook group. It's called Devorah's Date Tree. Devorah. Lots of yes, and that is a V as in victory, not a B as in boy. Devorah's Date Tree, restoring the biblical calendar. I trust them for the barley. I trust them for new moons. That's all I use them for, and I'll leave it at that. Okay. So this morning, the lunar calendars tell me that the new moon is November 14th. So I went to their Facebook page. They're not sending spotters out until Monday the 16th. They know more about this stuff than I do. They probably know more about it than you do. So the 16th is probably the first chance of spotting the new moon. From there, it could be a day or two. So if the rapture is going to happen in 2023, we've got a couple more days to go. Also, I recently realized there's no way the rapture can happen in a year of Jubilee. I'll do a video on this later, but tribulation is a week of years on God's calendar. If the rapture happened in the beginning of a year of Jubilee, you've got an extra year in there with nothing to do with it. And it's not going to go a year between the rapture and the beginning of tribulation. No way. All right. So there are two possibilities. One, 2023, we see Psalm 83 happen. Oh my goodness, we're there. Second, and we'll actually see in Psalm 83, it tells us when the war happens. It's after the rapture. It tells you that in Psalm 83. or is it in Isaiah 17? Well, they're both connected, and I'm about to do a very long video about Psalm 83 and show you things in there that you haven't seen. One of the things is that the nations that are involved in it are dead, deceased, gone quickly, never to come back again. It cannot have already happened, despite what other Bible teachers are saying, despite what even a prominent Bible teacher in Israel is saying. They're wrong. And it's from scripture, not from what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to cover. I'm going to start recording this video as soon as I finish and get this uploaded. What I think the more probable solution is, or more probable outcome to this war in Israel, though, Israel's going to clean house a little bit. They're taking out the garbage in Gaza right now. But, they're going to be demanding for a two-state solution like you've never seen before. Israel is going to be more opposed to a two-state solution because of what just happened. And eventually, I think by next year, the rage in the Muslim world will be so great that that's going to cause the Psalm 83 war to occur. Just my thoughts. I think we're spinning around the sun one more time. And it just gives us more time to share Jesus. I want to give you a perspective on something. I'm going to take one verse out of Psalm 83 because, even myself, I have trouble with this. I have the wrong perspective sometimes with these wars and everything. I'm a kid that played wars, a lot of army as a kid, back before it was evil to do that. And we had all our fake guns and everything. Oh my goodness, we loved it. But, it's annihilate the enemy, kill the enemy. And a lot of people right now are saying, wipe them all out. What's God say? What does God say about the Psalm 83 war? And what he says is more important than what we say. You got to hold everything to scripture. Psalm 83, verse 16. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek your name, O Lord. Yeah, we're supposed to be praying not that they get wiped out, but they see God. That the Muslims of the world realize that Allah is not greater than the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they need the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son, our Messiah, Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. They need him just like we do. That's what we should be praying for. And yeah, Maranatha, keep your eyes open in the next hour, or it's going to take me over an hour to record it, I'm sure. But in the next couple hours, the video about Psalm 83, excuse me, the video about Psalm 83 will be coming out. Maranatha, brothers and sisters, much love.